Hello, everybody. I love Monday mornings. Alexa, order Domino's. Welcome, everybody. Arsenal fan, Mr. Coffee, Asterbate, my friends. Welcome to Slaggy Club. Sadly, we won't have our first SledgyCon until probably next year. Alexa, hurl insults at my opponent. Alright, I don't know. I had a momentary pause for thought there. Didn't come up with anything. Dredging the brain for thoughts. Alexa, cancel my Domino's order. So, I have a challenge here from Arsenal fan. Welcome, everybody. It's Monday. It looks like my internet's weird. We've got connected, ping 134, a little on the high side. Hey, come on now. Come on, Repunge. You must have Mondays off. Arsenal, yeah, you're the first challenge. You don't want to play? I hope you're not either. We had a fun game yesterday, but I want to, ruin it by playing the same thing all the time. Let go of my leg. So, the first rule of Slaggy Club is 7 plus 5. Casual is the minimum time control. Anything in the range from 7-5 through 10 plus 5, I think is acceptable. That's not the Chigorin defense. What are you doing? Not Chigorin defense. Not Benoni. Lego my ego. Welcome, guys. Happy new week. Going to Romania on next Sunday to the Eastern Front. Knight f3, d5. Oh, that's the way you want to play. Alright. Man, the man of many openings. I didn't expect this. I thought he was going to try to play the Benoni. Can't very well play the Benoni with d5, dude. We'll be here all week. That is not a proper Chigorin. What are you doing? What is this? You lost your mind, bro? Have you lost your mind, man? That's very cool. Cool. Didn't we ever have this before? I think you did this once, like a year ago. You're not the first, and you won't be the last. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Well, I almost got like 7 hours of sleep last night. It's hard to chill out after simul's. Yeah, this is kind of like playing knight g8 in the Vienna game, like a lot of Asterbate's opponents. Playable but dubious. Not recommended, although it doesn't lose by force, I guess. Bishop c4. Bishop c4 is like the worst move. Then he really takes my e-pawn. Alright. I always played knight c3 here every time I've had this. I was just wondering if there's anything better. There's no tricks. Bishop g5. Bishop g5 is a move. I mean, it's a move, right? It is a move. That's a move. It's a new move. It's a novelty. The Trompowski. I just don't know. Yesterday before the simul, I said, okay, today we're going to play correctly, solidly, and try that for a change. Sometimes I get sort of subconsciously sucked into playing wildly aggressive games like against Arsenal fan. I set out to play solidly, I get this insanity instead. You lose the plot like midway in, you know. I normally am a very solid player. You know, speaking of which, I always like to reference poker occasionally. There was this crazy hand I had in Hold'em on Saturday night, where this kind of loose, not great player was my opponent. There were two of us in the hand, and I had like 7-8 of spades, and the flop was 4-5-6 or something. I had the nuts on the flop, and the only question was like if I could win any money from the guy. And there was a flush draw on the board. There was a diamond flush draw on the board, so I didn't want to like slow play it. I figured he would bet though. So like I checked the flop, and then he bet like I expected him to, and I raised him massively. Really ridiculously big raise. It looks like a bluff or something, and he like re-raised me. I bet like, I don't know, $20, and he raised me to like $60. And I'm sitting there with like nuts straight, like 8-7 on a 4-5-6 board. And the guy like raised me to 60, so I just like, I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. He might have like 3 of a kind, I'm set, or the lower straight all the time people call. The craziest shit happened though. I mean, I figured, okay, worst case scenario, he has a flush draw, and I, you know, and I lose. Whatever it was, I don't know, he had $300, but whatever. And, you know, I'm ahead no matter what, right? So he was free rolling me. The guy had like the nut straight with a straight flush draw. By miracle, like, he didn't hit his flush, and we just like split the money. But it was crazy. I was like, oh my god. What's the chances your opponent has the nuts and the nuts flush draw? What am I doing here? Alright, just queen c2. He was a really weak player, and I expect him to show up with a lot of stuff there. It's like nightmare. It was the absolute nightmare. Thank God he didn't have like lots of money. The worst case scenario, I would have lost like $300 with the nuts, but it's not Omaha. It was so funny. The guy was really angry he like didn't win. Alright. Come on, Arsenal fan, where are you? I took forever on this move. I don't know what to play here. Queen b6. I'm sure the computer doesn't like this move. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all, welcome. Excel Poker. Speaking of poker. Arsenal playing experimental opening this morning. Not recommended. We're sending out a probe. The James Webb Telescope probe. We'll see if that flies. Man, this is a bad opening by Arsenal. What, another move already? The damage is done, I guess. I'm not gonna take on f6 and like weaken my d pawn. Hey, what's up, Excel Poker? You have a cardboard cut out of Viktor Orban, Nazi. Man, I'm going to Romania in the footsteps of our Nazi dictator. Do you know why the queen may go everywhere in chess? Because it looks like a kitchen floor. Korchnoi, Viktor Korchnoi. Alright. Almost as bad as Orban. He's a racist too. Or was. Okay, Queen b4. So you really have a cardboard cut out of Korchnoi? Is the implication that a queen looks like a mop? What am I missing here? Arsenal specializes in super principled play. b4. No, I'm not going to play b4. Why should I play b4? Yeah, that's it. Oh, the kitchen floor is usually checkered. I don't know, man. Maybe at like the Grand Hotel or something. Is it a mop or the checkered floor? It's a bad opening. Anyway, my thoughts exactly. Oh no. He's still not trapped. While I'm like sitting here trying to find a forced win in my like tremendous position, he's like gaining time on the clock. Wow. Raymond? Like, Rain Man? You're referencing Rain Man? Oh man, why did my shoulders hurt? Alright. Ah, he fell for it. That's one of the best queen traps. Arsenal wasn't really ready for this, to be honest. He sacrificed himself first this week. He normally doesn't like to play first. Not a good opening. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful finish. Oh, we've got challenges. Learning chess. Long time. 8 plus 8. That's a totally random time control. No, we're not doing 8 plus 8. Alright. 7 plus 5. Husky Ripun Bansal. Mod love. Mr. Coffee loves cats. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Alright. He of awkward comments. Yeah, that's a sort of strange thing to say, but I'll let it roll off my back. What are you implying, that I wasn't relaxed in the first place? Alright, Arsenal fan. Not a good opening. That's not the Chigorin defense. Alright, Repun Bonsal is a subscriber. XL Poker is a subscriber. You guys go first. You deserve a rematch. Oh yeah, you earned it. We'll see you tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow is tournament day. Actually. I'm getting blinded. Sun. I'm not relaxed. I'm just like not awake yet. 10 plus 5. Repunj was late today. Yeah, well that was a somebody play. That's bad, dude. It's bad. You can't play Chigorin on move 3 or whatever. All right, I've had that position like 5 times against people. Tuesday tournament. Rapid tomorrow night. Very sunny out. Alright, let's see. I wanted to put I hate Monday mornings. I'm just sleepy. I'm very relaxed. Al Yakin's defense. You can't get a break from the heat here, but I guess that's the case everywhere. Never, ever want to see this again. Repunch with the Al Yakin's defense. Alright. Snap, crackle. Chigorin, it seems, was much better than history brings us. Bringoland. I have this weird feeling like we had that once before, Arsenal, like a long time ago. But, you know, there have been like 6 noobs who have played that against me. I'm like a pro at it. It's gonna ruin your day. Have a shitty day. Man. I feel like Garfield. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm just like really tired. Hard to fall asleep after the simul with the heat. It's like, where did Repunj learn to play the black side of Al Yakin's defense? You don't just like wake up one day playing this opening with black. That's pretty unusual. And he like knows the best line. Arsenal needs to get some credit for being a moderator. Oh, you demodded yourself? Jesus. I didn't demod you. It demodded you because I timed you out. Oh shit. I didn't mean to demod you. I didn't even know. Oh, that happened to someone else before. Right? Whatever. Alright. If you want to be modded, I'll mod you. But I seriously didn't even know. Alright, I'll rematch you. Alright, Arsenal. That's the stupidest thing ever. Like, 'cause you timed out a mod. You demod them. Even mods need, like, the occasional timeout, no? That's a really arbitrary rule. Seriously. A timeout is that. It's just that. It's a timeout. It doesn't mean like you ban them or something. It's alright, B-Jock. Yeah, get crazy why Arsenal's not a mod. Nobody wants to be a mod. I have a hard time even finding people to be mods. Asterbate could be a mod, but he would be... people would take advantage of him. He's too soft-hearted to be a mod. I'm surprised Mr. Coffee hasn't been timed out at least once. That's possible. Well, I know you've been playing it, you know, you've been playing it, but the main reason I played it is because, there was a game in the U.S. Championship last year between, like, Ray Robson and Sam Sevian. And I don't know what Sevian's thinking, like, playing the Aliakin. But... it's the kind of opening, like, I guess you really shouldn't play unless you're a freaking expert in it. And even then it's dangerous. Like, even if you're Lev Albert, it's dangerous. But it's not something you should, like, experiment with. I've done it when I was on Tilt a few times, and I almost never had a good result. I miraculously drew with Shabalov once playing it. That's, like, my greatest achievement. Not greatest achievement overall, but I mean, my only Aliakin defense achievement. My friend, the Weedmaster, was shocked. He was like, I can't believe you played the Aliakin against Shabalov. I didn't really think about it. Like, Alex didn't play it much. He plays so much stuff that it just had slipped my mind that he was like a student of these Latvian guys who played the Aliakin a lot. But other than that, my results with it are abysmal. I've lost, like, several games, 3 I can think of offhand, to people I probably wouldn't normally lose to. That's the really defining thing. All the people that I lost playing Aliakin's defense against, I probably wouldn't lose to under normal conditions, so it's definitely not a good opening unless you really know what the hell you're doing. Unless you want to lose to people you don't normally lose to. Chess Zebra, I recommend not playing it. Repunch Bonsal is like... he's in, still in theory here, or what? He's an expert. This expert... yeah. Now, for my next trick, can't remember. Queen D2. I feel like Sevian did something stupid like H6. But maybe it's not the exact same position. He did that later. Yeah. It's not so stupid. Maybe here it is. It was a different position. I mean, he played F6. Black was supposed to play F6 at some point, rather than H6. But it's just a bad opening, objectively. The Aliakin. This 4 pawns is pretty brutal. I think that Black can't really equalize against the 4 pawns. I mean, I've played the opening for black a lot in Blitz, even though my over-the-board games are limited. I have played like hundreds and hundreds of games with black and Aliakin. I have extensive Blitz experience. Right. I don't know what the advanced variation is. It must be something Tim Taylor cooked up. There's advanced variation in the Caracan and the French. I never heard anything referred to as the advanced variation. Yeah, the chase variation is its proper name. That's dangerous, but probably like okay for black. I think here black has problems. Actually, Chessy bro, I don't think the exchange variation is that bad for black, but he has to play E takes D. You know, if you try to play C takes D, white has an edge. The thing is, like, what's the point of playing the Aliakin's defense if you get the freaking exchange French with black, you know? Like, who wants to play the Aliakin's defense and take back with the E pawn on D6? It sort of, like, defeats the purpose of playing the entire opening, you know? That's the problem with the exchange variation. It's completely forcing you to play, you know, the less dynamic move and just have an exchange French. Who wants to do that, you know? This 4 pawns and the main line are the critical test, but you know, I still don't know a way that black can equalize against the 4 pawns. I tried playing it with black, it's extremely unpleasant. I don't think like Sam Sevian is going to be playing the Aliakin's defense anytime soon. Again. They're getting destroyed by Robeson. I haven't seen Robeson lately. He was streaming for a little while. Now Rook D1. Serious ambulance. So what do I do now? This is probably like plus 2.5 according to Stockfish. Maybe it's Only plus 1.8. I don't know, but it's very bad for black. I just don't see the way to finish him off. I mean, I could play d5. But it leaves us in this awkward pin. And the c4 pawn has to be dealt with. I guess I should just play a3 objectively. It's kind of Forrest Gump-like move. Duh. Yeah, this is terrible for black. Space advantage is just like crushing. Oh my god. That's nuts, dude. Wow. Don't think that's a really good idea. G5. All right. I mean, yeah, we've got lots of possibilities. Man, D5. Excel poker. Yeah. Wait, it's like 6 wins in this position. Probably. Yeah, Lakey, I let you off the hook yesterday. I had a very strong move in the opening, Queen B6. After that, it was... After I missed that in the opening, your position is fairly solid. I played 2 routinely. Nuclear meltdown. Really tempted to sack a piece here. It's a mistake. Is it a mistake? I think it's a mistake. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Always take. Yeah, sometimes you get just sucked into these stupid, impulsive decisions, like knight takes g5. There's no reason to do that. I mean, just make a simple move and win. Black is just utterly destroyed here. You can't play g5 with that diagonal. Okay, his next move was even crazier than g5. Crazy is as crazy does. Was that the Forrest Gump thing? People always like watch Forrest Gump more than once. Like, I don't think I could do that. Oh, right. This is like, oh, he just resigned. He couldn't take it anymore. Arsenal, when would you like to play again? Now or later? When do you want it? Where do you want it? We got Excel Poker, Arsenal fan. I'll just take them in order. Excel Poker, Arsenal fan, Lakey, Cobra. Guys, please donate, support the stream. We're raising money for the World Senior November. We've got 111 days to go. We're at 28.89%. Way to our fundraising goal. Or just subscribe to our stream if you'd like. But please try to support our stream if possible. Welcome to a new week. It's Monday. I hate Mondays. Alright, solid chess. Yesterday, Excel Poker played d4 as well. Mr. Coffee, thanks, dude. Lakey is a subscriber. Yeah, yesterday got gift sub. We had a follow a few seconds ago by Hilarious Mermaid. Thanks for joining. Thanks for following. Trying to play solid chess, which doesn't include the King's Indian. I can't play the Nimzo every game. It's just not enough. Not enough repertoire. What did I play? Alright, let's play this. I think I played castles or something against you. No, it must have been the same move order. I normally play c5. You know, I think you could do better, Arsenal, but you are kind of intuitive and impulsive. I don't mean that, you know, I mean it in a critical sort of, but in a kind of constructive criticism kind of way. I mean, I view the stream as a way of, like, helping everyone get better. I'm not trying to tear you down, but pointing out your weaknesses all the time. But people who are like intuitive and kind of impulsive are gonna like try to answer the tactics faster and oftentimes like just make mistakes because they're going through them kind of fast. So 54 is pretty good. I mean, I'm really careful when I do them. I'm not that serious about it, but I do try to really take my time. It depends on how much time you take and how seriously you take it, really. And with the puzzle like streak, I mean, you have unlimited time, so you know if you're competitive about it, you can get a pretty high score. It's a question of how long you want to put into it. All right, so this is the same move order as yesterday. What happens if I played b6 here? I wonder. There's only one way to find out. I don't think it's right, though. What's wrong with this move? B6, 92, bishop B7. I mean, it must be a line. You know, I used to play this line with white. I never remember this move order, like, happening. I guess it's just not great for black. We could transpose to sort of hedgehog-like position. I don't know this. I don't think this move is good. But I don't know why. Or at least I'm not sure why. It's probably one of those moves that's been played. If he plays a3, we transpose to a Zamish. Probably white plays... Okay, knight f3 transposes to something else. And knight e2. Evil Sight. Arsenal fan, Lakey Cobra 11. And then the mysterious Tiger Express. Tiger Express, wait. Isn't that a relative of Lakey? Wasn't that your little brother, Lakey? Your sister? Or some relative or something? Old Lakey family is here. Tiger Express, it sounds like a delivery service. Your package is being shipped through Tiger Express. Press 1 for status. Press 2 for customer service. Or press 3 for more options. Bishop B7. Alright. This could transpose to something else, maybe? Can we transpose to another kind of Rubinstein variation? That's what I was wondering. A3. You know, I don't see why I can't play bishop A5 here. An online computer store. Playing chess makes me sleepy. It's like it's even better than reading. Yeah, that's my backup career. I could probably make money. I don't think my voice is that good though. You know how you sound different than you hear yourself differently than the way you actually sound? And I hear myself, I sound good. But when I hear myself recorded, I hate the way I sound. Does everyone have the same experience? Or does some people like the way they sound in the recorded version better than how they sound to their own ear, you know? Is it like everybody thinks they sound better? I'm just curious about this. When you hear yourself recorded, it's more nasally. It's got to be like, yeah, it's got to be like biologic. When I hear myself speaking, I'm like, yeah, I sound good, and then I hear it played back, and it sounds horrible. I wish I just sounded like I think I sound, and then everything would be all right. I'd be like, yeah, I'd be like doing voiceovers. You need like voice training, enunciation. But yeah, it's the nasal. I guess you can learn to not. You have to learn to not sound nasally by not stalking through your nose. By not learning to speak from your. I guess it's like singing. You have to learn to speak from your chest or whatever. I never obviously had any formal voice training, but I know people who have. Pretty serious stuff. So, d5 has been played. Do remember a game like this, like take, there. I had pretty much like the same game against someone. That's option A. Option B. I love me a good snake bologna. Snake bologna. How do you guys feel about snake bologna? Pretty bad. Doesn't taste good. What would Beliavsky do? My greatest draw was against Beliavsky, where I was like beating him with white in a Rubinstein English. He did some kind of b5 against me. I was white and it was like a gambit. It just didn't really work. I ended up offering a draw like up a pawn. So I played this opening for both colors quite a bit. C takes D, E takes D, C takes D. What about like rook E8 or something? It looks horrible, but E4. Hate it. The other variation is like uber boring. This is, I guess, why people don't play this. We'll just take our chances, I guess. Yeah, his central majority is rolling. No, it's the snake bologna. I don't know. How do you like your bologna? Oh boy. If it's an action movie, Arsenal fan knows it. I guess I could play bishop c8 here. Deserves serious consideration. It's optimistic thinking that this bishop's gonna play a role here. No, the safe thing to do is just take. I have to like take on c3, knight takes c3, knight takes d5, knight d5, bishop d5, bishop h7 check, king h7, queen d5, and like knight to c6. And basically I'm just trying to draw. But I didn't want to do that because it's like playing for a draw at best. White is slightly better. And it's boring. It's a boring position, which isn't going to be really fun for anybody. Not a lot of options there. We're going to have to get a little creative. Asterbait would be right at home here. This is why you don't put your Benoni bishop on a5. Whoa. Okay. Can't say what I expected to see. Weird. Cool, man. I thought you'd see it your way. Backseat driver. Are you kidding me? It's like the world's leading blitz player or something. I don't understand, dude. You're seriously like the world's leading blitz player? That's ridiculous. Nice swindle. Yeah, not really a good game. Whatever. It's a swindle. Horrible. It was a good game for a while, but I don't like the end. Interesting. I'm surprised Excel Poker's not like 2,700 here. Seems like his rating is kind of low for Bullet and Blitz. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about what we shouldn't have done, I should have like not played a bad variation in the first place. I think there's a few improvements for black. It's just not a good variation for black. The whole thing with b6. I mean, I shouldn't have had a winning position from a bad opening. You know. But it's the bullet thing at the end. So many tactics, it's unbelievable that he sees. Totally different perspective on the game than me. Yesterday, Excel Poker wanted to like BB in a drawn ending and actually got a winning position. He's a massive swindler. I could see why Spiller hated you. Not really hated you, but he was pissed when he lost to you that time. It seems like you should play e4. I mean, you have a sharper style tactically. You would be better with e4 than d4. You're playing stuff like knight f3 and d4. You have a very, very like tactically based style. Not like out of control, but you should play open positions. If your game is that tactical. Look, you can't play the same stuff all the time. I mean, it's good to play both. D4 and E4. Probably Excel Poker doesn't know that much theory. Though that line he knew. What's happening here? What are you doing? Arsenal fan is just tilted. He's got a trap. Queen takes. I thought you were just tilted. Can I play bishop h6 check? This is crazy, man. What Arsenal's doing. The Richie Rouser. I'm pretty angry I lost the last game. I mean, he was basically lost. But it was just like every single time he was like lost, he comes up with a tactic. He comes up with a tactic. It was like 10 moves in a row. That's really pissing me off, you know, that Excel Poker like miraculously defended his like advanced pawn 17 times consecutively, because otherwise it was just game over, you know. How does he come up with 17 tactics to save himself? Consecutive moves. It's just not fair, you know. He should have been like strategically crushed in that game. Queen takes b2 check, king d2, rook g8, rook b1 is the whole point. So Arsenal has this silly rook b1 idea. Queen takes b2 check, king d2, threatening rook b1. That's why I'm like pausing here forever. It's just really irritating when you play a game like that, where it seems like the game is conspiring against you. How does he have the ability to save his like advanced pawn? I'm sure I was winning, but it wasn't easy to find a move, you know. It was like every single time he has a saving grace. It's like a bad beat. It feels like a chess bad beat. Like, kudos to Excel Poker for finding it, but what's the chance there's a saving move in every freaking position, you know? Normally he would like run out of tactics at some point, and he just never does. That's the way it feels to me. Damn it, I just want something spectacular here. Queen takes b2 check. I could sack my queen. There's just nothing here, I guess. What about queen takes b2 check, king d2, rook g8, rook b1? Okay. There's no way I'm not winning with like 2 connected pass pawns like that. I mean, that's crazy. All I had to do was take his pawn, even if I have to like sacrifice a piece for it. He managed to find this like miraculous way to not, that I can't sacrifice a piece for the passer. Even at the end, like, he just happens to have a check. It's ridiculous. Like, maybe if I can defend my c2 pawn, I'm like, it's even possible I could draw down a queen or something. It's not funny. Bishop d5 was the best move and immediately saw it. Yeah. Well, it's one thing to immediately see it. It's another thing to know that it's the best move. You know, you probably have like 3 candidate moves in that position. So how do you know like which one is the best one without having time to think about it? That's the question. Ars may be in trouble. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna lose this. If the last game is any judge, you know, having a winning position doesn't matter. No, we're too deep. It's like poker again. We're too deep in time here for me to mess this up. See, the difference is that I had a difficult position against Excel Poker from the opening, so I had to use all my time. Then he was able to skillfully, you know, swindle me in time pressure. But the difference is Arsenal has a bad position out of the gate. So he's going to try to swindle me, but I don't have the time pressure I had last game. You know, 7 minutes is a lot of time. It's not the same thing. Queen b4. This is a funny position too. It may be better to play queen a5. Is Arsenal in trouble? What is a dark square bishop? It's funny that if I play queen b4, he has rook d4. Queen e1 check, rook d1. And I have nothing better than like repeating position there. Oh no. Maybe I did have a move. Shit, I've been looking for bishop h6 all my life. So that's the even funnier position. Queen b4, rook d4, bishop h6 check, king d1. And now I need a move. And it looks like I can't. I just said that, bone atrophy. It's probably taking a while. We're a little bit laggy. If queen b4, rook d4, queen e1 check, rook d1. If queen b4, rook d4, bishop h6 check, king b1, queen e1 is mate, but he has king d1. And now, like, where do I put my queen? It has to go back to b7 or a5. No, Jesus, are you serious? I have queen e4 there. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, I miss stuff all the time. Sharpen the tactics. We need to sharpen the tactics. Time zone converter. For help. Converting your time zone. Now queen b4. Oh, now he has king b2. It doesn't work. Oh well. He's up a pawn. Do you think d5 might be a good move? Probably. d5 would be a good move, but no live, no, you know, Uber driver, no spoilers. Actually, I didn't consider this. That must have been his intention last move as well. He has queen there, but yeah, it was alright. He could have played queen d4. Arsenal, what did you call yourself? You like to fall down rabbit holes? Dude, you like to dig holes, is more like it. He digs his rabbit holes and then tries to crawl out of said rabbit hole. Now I only have compensation for my sacrificed pawn. Yeah, queen a5 was a mistake, of course. I had a virtually wasted tempo. I mean, I thought b3 would weaken his position a little bit. You need to be sharper tactically. He's on the a7 pawn. King Kong Lichess. King Kong. Kosta Komienko just followed. Be the first to follow. Alright. Queen d4. Spoilers by Uber driver. I don't see how I'm going to avoid trading queens. He's on this. If I play queen a3 check, king b1, c5, he can still play stuff like queen b2 and offer a trade of queens anyway. But he might play queen b2 right away. Yeah, queen a3, actually queen b2. I'm not avoiding exchange of queens there. I'm just repeating moves. I could play queen a5 though. You know, it's like last game. I could have tried to bail out into a slightly worse position, but I'm not going to do that. I mean, here I think I'm equal. It's better than the last game, where I had a simplifying line. I'm down a pawn, but I have full compensation. I'm sure about it. Here, though, you know, my winning chances are very limited if I traded queens. So I'm still trying to win. If I wanted to play for a draw last game, I would have done the same thing. You know, allow tremendous simplification into a slightly worse ending. Please look at your club. Yeah, thanks for joining. You mean like you applied for membership? That takes a human sacrifice. Alright. You can't just join, you have to make a human sacrifice first. Rook b4. I don't know if you can necessarily get it though, right, Mr. Coffee? Doesn't it just sometimes go to you and sometimes go to me? Bishop h6 checks seem good. But when, Bijak? Like, there were like many different moments, but I didn't really see it working. Oh, you mean now? Like here, when I thought forever? Well, what does it do? I mean, he just plays king b1. What does bishop h6 check do? He plays king b1, and then what? You know, what am I going to do? Then I play queen a5, but my d6 pawn is hanging. What do you want me to play after bishop h6? But the problem is, this pawn is hanging. So bishop h6, king b1, and then what? I'm introducing the idea of rook takes here. Ali, what? All had greater than 100 games that were accepted. All. Why didn't I get any notification? Leaky, Giphy. Whatever happened to Cobra 11? Guys, we only have an hour, so I'm not gonna be able to take more than like probably 3 long games after this. Be the first to gift a sub or donate some bits to the World Championship fundraiser. Trying to become world champion. Cobra Commando, King Kong. Arsenal has left the building. Cobra Kai. Okay, rook a4, queen c6 check. Bishop d7, queen a8 check. Which is very inconvenient. It's alright, we can deal with that. I'm fine with it. Asterbait gifted the tier 1 sub to Artillery Chess. Arty. Thanks, man. First gift sub on the board. Now, rook a4, queen c6, bishop d7, queen e8 check. It's unclear. I might have some compensation for the sacrifice exchange. I'm going to put my king on e7. And I wasn't sure if I have enough. It's not so simple. No. I would never miss like rook takes a4. I mean, I was trying to play rook takes a4. Oh, I didn't see bishop h6, but it's still not enough, is it? I mean, he has time to defend with like g3 there. And my king blocks my bishop on the other diagonal. I mean, it's still unclear, but please don't suggest moves while we're live in the game. Is it live or is it Memorex? Oh no, bishop g7, e5, that's for sure. Alright, yes. We're gonna end up in an ending anyway. Let him survive this too. Muchos gracias, Senor Acerbe. Pratyush has followed. Whoa. What is that? What's Queen D2 about? Oh my god. Don't panic. Don't panic when you can panic. Why didn't I just take his central pawn? Do that next move. Does anyone else think that rooks are awkward pieces? They're like teenagers. Oh my god. What? Wow. That's totally psycho. I think Arsenal like forgot my rook would be protected. He has to try to take there, no? Wow. I didn't even see it was made in two. He has to try to take. Is there still hope here if he takes? Take. Take. Is he lost? I know bishop g7 is pretty strong. Yeah. Gave him calculated chess. I gave him time. Yeah, he was okay. He simply put, like, white's okay, and he, like, just has to play king b1. He can always block off my bishop on the long diagonal. I kind of, like, screwed this up, basically, to make a long story short. Alright, you can go next. Lakey's a subscriber. Can I go next if no subs? Well, yeah, it's just Lakey. I'm gonna play both of you. If you're in a hurry, I could take you first, B-Jock. Oh, I thought you were okay. I screwed up by playing... I screwed up by playing Queen B4 or Queen A5, it looks like. I didn't like the opening, though. I'll take this challenge first, and then play Lakey next. Well, we crossed 200 games, Sumaher. Mr. Coffee, check the club. I need to put some new nails in it. How many subs in the sub line? Well, Be Cold, now you're a subscriber. So Lakey and then you. Yeah, I couldn't believe you played C4. That's totally psycho. E4. Correct. Schmid Benoni. Have you guys seen my club? I use it to like pummel new subscribers. Ear hurts. What's going on with that? Why do I have an earache? A4. That is an unusual move. Calculated chess. Let's go with the Canty emotes. Alright. Why do I have an earache? I haven't even gone swimming in a while. Alright, let's go. D6. It's the... Schmid Benoni. Oh, dude, he's doing it again. Artillery chess. Artillery chess, we accepted you already, I've been told. I don't know how many more times we can accept you. He's spamming us to accept him, but I've been told he's been accepted, so I don't know what I can do. Should I check the club again? The club. Spiked club. I don't know, man. Club spamming. I live in Budapest. Yeah, it's not by... I don't know. I used to like to go back to the US for the brutally hot summers here. But now I'm homeless in America. If I go back to the United States, I'm homeless. So I don't know what to do. Pretty much, we have no choice but to remain in Hungary. Next week I'm going to Romania for about 8 days. Hopefully get in the mountains and maybe meet some bears. Drink some palinka. Maybe the temperatures will be a little less. Yeah, a long time ago I had lost my home in America. Alright. So this a4 and h3 seem like kind of normal, but at the same time, like, feels like a lot of pawn moves. I guess I should be playing for trading pieces with less space, right? Rook e8 or bishop f5. Because rook e8 is a better move in general. I'm thinking like it's a normal modern Benoni. You know, I'm not sure if that's appropriate here. This is not a modern Benoni, it's like a Schmid Benoni, where this pawn is usually... The plan for black is to like try to target that pawn on d5 because it's not protected by a white pawn, like it is in the modern Benoni. If I can surround it, say like knight c7, knight a6, knight c7. Dude, the disastrous economy is kind of... I like how Joe Biden is blamed for inflation. The average American doesn't even have a clue what's going on outside of their precious United States. But the entire economy, the whole world economy is like screwed up. I mean, it's not necessarily the fault of... Although Turkey's been going downhill for a long time, says Ake. Amazing that these dictators, you know, do a really bad job of handling their economies, yet stay in power. It's Joe Biden's fault that we have inflation. Dude, the entire world has brutal inflation. I mean, where isn't there brutal inflation? It's terrible here in Hungary, all over Europe, much of the world. E takes d5, I don't know, rook e8. But yeah, I mean, Turkey's been problematic for a long time. Your economy's been shaky for... Where did Erdogan get his degree in economics? The Erdogan School of Economics. You must call it aerodynamics. That's pretty funny, actually. There must be jokes about that. It's like aerodynamics. Ergonomics, aerodynamics. For key 8, I don't know what else to do. I really would probably be better off like developing pieces. I don't think this is necessarily a good move. It was an assumption on my part, maybe a bad one, that knight e4 is a good idea here. I'm not so sure. It's very different from the modern Benoni because he doesn't have this pawn on c4. If I do like the knight e4, rook e4 freeing maneuver, he has just c3. He doesn't have a weak pawn on c4. There's no getting my rook to like b4 type of thing. Wow. That looks good. I would be willing to bet I probably had this position for white in my lifetime. Now, for my next trick... Oh yeah. Oh yeah! Ergonomics. Air dog. Erdogan. Hey, what about the Olympiad? It's starting in like India. We didn't talk about that. The Hungarian team is like really thin. I don't think they have any chance. No Almashi, no Leko, no Polgar. No chance. In Chennai, in India, should be starting. It made me think of it was Erdogan and Erdos. You know, one of our Olympiad players, Victor Erdos. The Turks invaded Hungary at some point in history, and it seems like they left, you know, marks on the language. I mean, maybe it's not related, but it could be. Though the Hungarian language has a lot of older words too, from way before that. Erdos gone. Dr. Dynamico. But you know, the funny thing here, we have like hundreds, not hundreds, but there's tons of Hungarian grandmasters. But like almost all of them like don't play. I don't know, the alternate they have is like a total head case, and he's like he's got like a decent rating, but I never thought he was particularly strong. The days of the great Hungarian Olympic teams, I'm afraid, are past. The other guys are pretty good, though. They'll do okay. Can't compete with America. Bishop d7, bishop e8. Or just bishop c8. Welcome to America. This is a fruit salad of pawn structures. Orban went full Nazi last week, or just a few days ago. He made the most Nazi statement ever. I'm not sure like Erdogan does that. They're both bad. Knight e4. Not to be too political here, but we like to banter about politics while playing chess. Yeah, this is a classic Benoni sacrifice. Yeah. It's a classic exchange sack on e3. But I mean, here I've had people play it against me. I've used this exchange sack myself. But here I have a pretty good version of it. Queen h4. I can't really just drop my pawn on d6. Can I? Maybe I can. It's just a pawn. Okay, so if I go queen h4, he has king g2. It's not enough. Why do I have an ear ache? Alright, f5. We gotta try to do something here. Before he settles in. I think we're winning. Oh my god. This is serious, oof. Uber driver, you would buy an electric car, but it's an investment in hot air generates more earwax. This doesn't feel like earwax. This is an actual earache. It was like out of nowhere. You're like totally normal, and then your ear just starts hurting suddenly in like one moment. Usually it's like you wake up or something, you know. Just from moment to moment. Why is my ear hurting? Alright. So what's the deal? Rook F1. Hot air. There's a lot of hot air around here. Nice title for today's stream. Whew, I forget what it even is. Crushing or crushed by viewers. See? It's been true. It's been true pretty much. I've been crushing except getting crushed by Excel Poker. Yeah, I was wondering, would it be sensible to get like an electric heat system, have my whole like apartment like change from gas to electric heating? What do you think? Our power grid here is pretty much okay, at least so far. They say the gas will be like crazy expensive. So I don't know. It would cost a fortune to switch over my whole apartment to electric, though. Take out all the, replace all the like the whole you know, radiators. I don't know. They're saying like gas is gonna go up 7 times in Hungary. But I mean, the thing is, they're saying gas is gonna go up to like 6 to 7 times. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's like and electric's just gonna double. I don't know if it's like bullshit or. I really don't know if it's really true. This seems like, how could it get that much higher? Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, no one would be able to afford it. Okay, how do I finish him off here? You want to just play like bishop f5? You know, I wouldn't mind like trading my bishop for the knight on e4. Oh yeah, man. I mean, I imagine like if you start increasing gas, dude, all kinds of people all over this country are gonna start trying to like pirate the gas lines. If you increase prices like 5 times, can you imagine the incentive to try to do stuff like that? Or mess up the gas meters? Yeah. Keep it simple. You live in Indonesia. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that much about Asian geo-economic things. All right. GeoGuessr. Alright, we got no time for all these challenges. I've got only half an hour, so I'm sorry guys. I'm not going to be able to take these challenges. Just one or two. The last ones. The first ones, even. King Kong challenged me to 10-0. It's not the right time control anyway. Lakey? Did we not play? Did you disappear? Wow, what a psycho. PS Rook H5. Unreal. It's like another magic act. The Houdini. Houdini her. It took me like 2 years to figure out that he was Schumacher. I'm calling him Sumaher. Schumacher. Alright, I'm only up a pawn, but I mean, I feel like I have a winning position. It's unbelievable. I just don't know what to do. He's got defenses for everything. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Unbelievable. Queen F7. Rook H7. Knight takes D3. Queen F7. Rook H7. Queen G6 check. Oof. Knight F6 check. Wouldn't that be funny if that worked? Knight F6 check. Yeah, don't. How does that work? Does that really work? Trading lightly. Yeah, it's like a trick question. Mr. Coffee, don't ask loaded questions. Anarchy's the only answer, Mr. Coffee, obviously. Maybe Bernie Sanders can run for Prime Minister of England. I don't think he's gonna fly. Bernardo. I think we're winning now. Yeah. The Democratic Liberals. Ooh, Mr. Coffee. You got unsubscribed. much time do we have left? Half an hour? We have half an hour. Sumahair. Did he have knight f6 check? Seriously? Instead of rook h7? You think that might have possibly worked? Might have worked. G7. The knight that cannot be captured. Benoni defense, old Benoni. What is that? The Wikipedia? The Wikipedia definition of the Benoni. The old Benoni. I had h2 check? I couldn't decide what to play for like 3 minutes. Looks like our graph's gonna be pretty good on this one. I usually play better as my stream goes along. For the most part, when I get warmed up. He equalized at one point at move 16. So bishop c8 was a mistake. Wow. I thought about bishop d7, bishop e8. Holy shit, this position happened in a game. No way. Oh my god. Like, get me a match with this guy who's like 2383. Bandi Pad Ye Rokdim. He's 2383. Dude, do you know how many weaknesses you have in your position? I mean, Sumahair is like 2000. And Das Nilatpal, who's a GM, played the same move as me. I thought about this. It's like super deep. You know, like the idea is to play bishop e8 and knight d7, I think. That's crazy. I mean, it does make sense not to like block your rook necessarily. Nilatpal did the same thing I did. But now we got a request to join the team. Peart's Prodigy. Alright, accepted. Lakey. We never got a challenge from Lakey all day. This might be our last game today. Depending on how long it goes, probably. I definitely have a ear infection. I've got like fluid in my ear, but I haven't been swimming. Maybe I got water in my ear when I took a shower this morning. That's weird. Don't remember getting water in my ear. The Dutch. Clove oil. Pain in the membrane. The 3 AM night. This is a good line for white. I remember I killed like Huang Trong once in this Perdo. I don't think that black should castle right into this. It's probably the worst thing you can do. I've tried playing the Dutch a little bit lately, and I would delay castling, but I'm not an expert. Get a nasal spray. Yeah, this is what happened to Wang Trong. One of the only games I beat her. she's a men's grandmaster and one of the top women players in Hungary. I don't even know. I mean, she could have moved back to Vietnam, but I think she's still here. She represents Hungary. Although she hasn't played, I think she had a kid, and she used to play the Dutch against me. Played the Dutch against everybody. I want to play h5. Should I play it right away? Black has e5. Sorry, this is current position. Guys, I'm sorry, this is our last game for today. Gotta go on to work. Yeah, I like how all these, like, people control politics through the media. Like, seriously, Rupert Murdoch controls American politics by owning, like, the New York Post and the Wall Street Journal. Like, why should an Australian mega billionaire, like, control American politics? He's Australian, right? No, but I mean, the point is, like, at least Jeff Bezos is an American, you know? He's an American citizen. But, I mean, Rupert Murdoch is like an Australian controlling American politics. It's crazy. He doesn't even have a right to vote in the United States, and he has more sway than almost anyone. Rookie 8. Well, there should... yeah. I don't know. But definitely, like, donations to politics should be limited, I feel like. Rook e8 doesn't seem right. Taking the rook off the f file. He wants to play e6. He's so far distracted me, though, and I haven't gotten in my cherished h5. But I feel like I'm behind in development, so knight c3 is not a bad move. Will you get, like, standard job there in Buda? No. No, I mean, I've never done anything but teaching chess and playing poker. Playing chess. Maybe for 1 year of my life I actually earned a living. You know, I used to play blitz for money when I was in college and after, but you know, other than being a chess hustler, a chess teacher, and a poker player, I've never had a job than delivering newspapers when I was a kid. It's a little late to use my college degree for something. I was thinking of becoming a mailman in the United States if I ever go back. It's just too late, you know, to start a career, another career at like age 49. It's nuts. He's not giving me time to, like, finish my attack here. I guess I should take and play h5. G4. I don't know, Lichess suddenly did a great game yesterday. He drew, but this is ridiculous. Like, for a million games, he should have, wow, you have that. I didn't think he could take this. Yeah, I guess I overestimated this exchange sack. Shit. Overestimation of exchange sack has been called. I like how he doesn't use any time. Very strong. I'm biting my nails. I'll never do that. Must be stressed about something. Stressed about this position. He went back. Queen b3. Weather cooled off a little here, but not enough. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow, though. I think it's gonna be better. I was hoping to do sex therapy. Relationship counseling. Couples counseling. I would have to get, it just sucks to have a bachelor's degree in psychology. It's useless. I mean, you'd have to get at least your master's, and preferably a doctorate. Like, he's sacrificing his pawn chain. No, I mean, I totally blundered with h5. Just assumed it would be good. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking my knight was still there. So I should play h5 first. And then, you know, that's a different way of sacking a pawn, I guess. Maybe it's not so clear. I don't see how you can give me this b7 pawn and, like, destroy his pawn structure. There are some cheapos with, like, knight c5, knight d3 check. If I take on c6, knight e5, maybe the basis of some ideas, but even here, like, he can't do it because of the diagonal. So queen takes should be okay. His pawn structure is wasted, but I'm a little, you know, I'm a move behind in development, and I don't have an h pawn. It's not really clear where my king should go. Probably on the king side. There goes the h-file attack. Or I could just play king f1. Leahy has like 19 losses in a row. But as I like harped on like for thousands of times, the odd thing was like they had tremendous amount of good positions, and they always seem to make some kind of crazy blunder. It was almost unbelievable. Your doctorate is about to end? You mean you're going to get your doctorate? Wow. I'd probably like sooner go back to playing poker than getting a real job. Another move I missed. Wow. Man, I expected knight c5. Oh my god. So where do I put my queen? B3 or C2? Or an alternate location? I vote for alternate location. What about like Queen A5? There's incredible compensation here. Black doesn't exactly take their pawn structure too seriously. Secret is moving fast. I guess I could castle queenside. It's kind of dodgy though. What about the alternative of... I'm kind of curious about the alternative of just not castling. Nah. But seriously, bishop c1 is very passive. So knight b2 castles. Thereby, we have the question of where to put the bishop. I'm gonna like lose my mind here in a minute. It's a weird game, honestly. You were out last night and drove a car 5 hours. 5 hours? You made $245 in 5 hours? That's not bad. Yeah, man, but then I'd have to live in the United States where the cost of living is like 3 times higher than here. When you work it out, you know, it's better just to make less being a chess coach. Uber driver. A lot of Americans should just immigrate to other countries. They think that they're smart for like having a higher salary, but when you add up the price of education, healthcare, car insurance, all the other shit, it just doesn't make sense to live in the United States. It's just not worth it. I sort of figured this out accidentally. I don't see what else to do here. Very dynamic play by Leakey. What time stream? Tomorrow, tournament stream. 6:30 p.m. CEST. We host a rapid tournament every Tuesday night. Well, I'm not talking about like buying property necessarily, Mr. Coffee, but other stuff. And I'm not sure about the UK. I don't think that would be better than the US necessarily. But there are places, you know, Eastern Europe, Central Europe, where I'm at is probably, you know, the best, but I'm sure you can find other places as well. If you want to leave the US, Costa Rica, Southeast Asia. I mean, immigrate to Scandinavia. Canada. What's wrong with Canada? I mean, property's expensive, but other than that, it's probably still better than the United States. Plus, you have less chance of getting gunned down on your way to work. H5, yeah, Canada's cold. If you don't like cold, your options are much more limited. Crime is up in Costa Rica. I would say it used to be a really good choice. Maybe, oh, I know. French Guiana. Yeah, there's some places in Southeast Asia that are probably good for American expats to live. This guy is not 1500, man. He's made mistakes, but he's too good and too fast. He should be higher rated, judging by his play against me. I say that about everyone, but I'm serious. Yeah, man, Europe, go to Croatia. You know, don't choose Hungary. Italy, Croatia, where else? Portugal. There's a lot of cool places you could go. I don't know about Brazil. I would think South America's kind of risky. All the Argentinian chess players moved to Spain. Go to Portugal. They're not even that far from the United States. Just jump in the ocean and swim across. This is crazy. Check. French Guiana. Martinique. Gotta be winning here somehow. This is unbelievable. Oh, this seems like the longest stream ever today. Why is that? Seems like it lasted forever. I kind of like my king escaping up and containing that knight on b2. Now he has a plan like rook d1 or some amazing tactic. Actually, I have knight f4 threatened. Probably black's losing here, but he's still got chances. Yeah, I mean it's like only move. Now why he tanks on that move? I like opposite colored bishops. Wow, he got mated with the Arabian mate. That's pretty crazy. Damn, dude. Is black hanging on here? I mean, he's clearly worse. Yeah, it was a draw. The engine has it as dead zeros. I thought I was still better. Wow. He was totally better after I sacked a pawn for nothing. Unbelievable. So we're still in book at c6. You know, a bunch of people played h5 here, but apparently c4 is too slow. h5 has a good score. Wow. g5, h6. This is like what happened to Huang Tran. Worse, actually. I don't think... Yeah, my game against her was worse. I've had games like that before. So h5 is pretty strong. c4 is a bit slow. We transpose to another line. Now rook e8 is a strange move. Maybe not that bad, though. And now I should just castle, but I just like sacked the pawn for nothing. This is so stupid. I was afraid of knight d3 check, so it doesn't really do anything but disrupt my development. No clowning around tomorrow. Uh-huh. Bust the grab, man. I missed the win here. King f1. Apparently, with the idea of knight f4. No, Lakey has potential. Too many, like, simple blunders, though. Alright, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night. Thanks, everyone, for your support. Ask for the gift sub. We'll see you all tomorrow night. I'll send out a message to remind everyone about the tournament. 5-round rapid casual tomorrow night. Stream from 6:30 CEST. Thanks to Mr. Coffee, bro. Have a good one. Bye-bye.